If you have been watching this channel for some time now, you probably remember a period of time where I kinda went crazy and started posting a video every day about a weird niche in Pokémon in the Gen 4 Ubers format. Well, I'm proud to present to you Season 2 of that series, kind of, because instead of making a separate video on all of the different niches, I've decided to talk about the remaining interesting niche Pokemon in one longer video, and some of them are quite straightforward and don't really need a separate video. As you may know, Gen 4 Ubers is the tier with the strongest Pokemon and all the overpowered legendaries. But even Pokemon like Parasect and Ariados have a niche in this tier. Since I've already covered quite some weird niche Pokemon in Gen 4 Ubers, I will not mention these Pokemon again in this video. But if you want to know more, I will link the playlist down below. For now, let's get into some weird niche Pokemon in Gen 4 Ubers. So if you're excited, make sure to leave a like to let me know you enjoy this. Starting off with Cloyster, this Pokemon had a small niche as a hazard lead. Cloyster is able to set up spikes as well as toxic spikes, and it has the option to use Rapid Spin to prevent other leads from freely setting up hazards. With Ice Shard, it is able to pick off targets like Rayquaza and Shaymin Sky as well. Lastly, it has Explosion to leave the field with a powerful blast after setting up hazards. Salamence is basically a poor man's Rayquaza, and its only niche is to literally support Rayquaza as a Dragon Dance threat, providing a powerful offensive core that can weaken the checks of the other. While Salamence is literally outclassed by Rayquaza, it is still a massive threat of its own and should not be underestimated. Of course, using this score has some major drawbacks like the double weaknesses you are stacking, but can be terrifying to face up against. Abomasnow can act as a check to the king of Ubers, Kyogre. Abomasnow's ability Snow Warning will replace Kyogre's permanent rain and reduces Kyogre's damage output as a result. Abomasnow's typing allows it to take any coverage option Kyogre can throw at it as well, while Abomasnow can threaten Kyogre back with Wood Hammer or throw off a Leechy to recover some health. Its Ice typing is also powerful against the many Dragon types, being able to throw off accurate Blizzards and Priority Ice Shard. Abomasnow is very susceptible to Stealth Rock though, which hurts it a lot as a switch in. Not to mention that its typing does not provide a lot of defensive utility outside of switching into Kyogre. Cresselia is a physical tank that can take on threats like Groudon, Rayquaza and Garchomp, and doesn't have a rock weakness like its biggest competition, Lugia. It can threaten these Pokemon back with Ice Beam while being able to spread status or set up dual screens. Cresselia is able to outrun many of the 90 base speed Ubers as well, and can keep itself healthy with Moonlight, or use Lunar Dance to support a teammate. In most cases, Lugia will be preferred though as a Psychic physical wall. Deoxys Defense is not a very good choice, but it's able to set up spikes and has a higher special defense stat than that over its competition like Fortress and Skarmory. It also has Recover, which Fortress lacks, and it can stay around longer than a lead like Deoxys Speed, while spreading status with Toxic and checking Dragon types like Rayquaza with Ice Beam. DOD is outclassed in most cases though and not worth a team slot. Gengar's high speed and special attack as well as valuable Ghost Step make it a great option in Ubers as it can hit the many Psychic and Ghost types for super effective damage, offering an immunity to normal, fighting and ground thanks to its Levitate ability. With a Choice Scarf, it can outspeed many Pokemon in the tier even if they have a Choice Scarf themselves or a speed boost, and it can use Hidden Power Ice to revenge kill the Dragon types thanks to this. While using Shadow Ball for Pokemon like Mewtwo and Latios. Focus Blast can hit Darkrai and Lucario as well as Tyranitar, and Trick is there to cripple basically anything. Life Orb is an alternative option that sacrifices power for speed, which can use Hidden Power Fire to hit Steel types in Icy Wind instead of Hidden Power Ice, or even Thunder or Energy Ball to hit Kyogre and Groudon respectively. Gengar's very weak defenses do leave it weak to most hits, especially strong priority like Scissors Bullet Punch. Omastar is a Pokemon that can take advantage of Kyogre's infinite rain with its Swift Swim ability, and increased power on its water step. Not to mention having access to fast stealth rock and spikes. However, it's often outclassed as a swift swimmer by Kabutops. There's really not a lot to explain about this niche. Quagsire works well thanks to its valuable electric immunity and water immunity, thanks to water absorb. Quagsire is one of the best Kyogre checks in the whole game for this very reason, which automatically makes it a good pick in the Uber tier. It doesn't really do much else though, but it is able to spread status with Toxic, Yawn and Encore while keeping itself healthy with Recover. Toxic Rock provides a similar role by absorbing water moves with its ability Tri-Skin. However, it struggles against Thunder and Ice Beam, and it will take increased damage as well from fire attacks and passive damage if Sun is up, which makes it not that great of an option. Tangrowth and Victreebel are in the same boat, as they are both grass types that fit well on some teams with Groudon thanks to their Chlorophyll ability, which doubles their speed on the sun. Tangrowth can provide great utility with fast status, most notably Sleep Power, while also being able to use Stun Spore and Toxic. It's a great physical tank that can use Hidden Power Ice to deal massive damage to dragons like Garchomp, and Synthesis for a lot of recovery on the sun. Victreebel is more of an offensive option, being used as a sweeper with Life Orb that also is a Weather Ball for coverage and Hidden Power Ice. This Pokemon also has access to fast Sleep Power, which is always great. Not really a lot to say about this niche. Azelf may appear to be an odd choice in the Uber tier, as it is outclassed by basically any Psychic type, but its high speed and attack as well as access to U-turn and Explosion give it a niche as an anti-lead. With the Choice Scarf, Azelf is able to outspeed many of the Pokemon in the Uber tier and can threaten opposing leads like Deoxys variants and Darkrai with a strong super effective U-turn. Trick is there to mess up bulkier leads like Groudon or Dialga, making setting up hazards for them more difficult. The other move slot options go to Stealth Rock to set up hazards of its own, and Explosion to leave the field with a bang. For the last Pokemon on the list, we have Weavile. Weavile's great offensive stats and stamp combination can threaten a lot of Pokemon in the Uber tier, especially with a Choice Band. Weavile can outspeed many Pokemon in the tier and hit the many Dragon and Ground types with Ice Punch, while being able to hit the many Ghost and Psychic types with Night Slash. Not to mention Priority Ice Shard, which it can use to outspeed Pokemon like +1 Rayquaza and Choice Scarf Garchomp. It even has Low Kick to hit Steel types. Weavile is quite susceptible to Stealth Rock though and Prediction reliant, and its moves are also not that strong on anything that isn't hit super effectively. These are all the notable niches I wanted to discuss in this video. But there's still more I have discussed in other videos which you may have missed, so I highly recommend checking those out if you enjoyed this one. Let me know your favorite niche in Gen 4 Ubers, and if you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing if you're new. And a special thanks to my members for their current support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.